recording so they can get their information that they need. And I'm going to put up the agenda. So we're going to talk about the AP test if you haven't already looked at all that information yourself. We're going to talk about the mock AP test that most of y'all took and what we're going to do about that, and then what we're going to do for the next 2 weeks. And then obviously if y'all have any questions, y'all feel free to ask at any point. So let's pull up. Sorry, I have to go slow. How to get everything. Okay, here it is. Y'all's exam date is, so if you're working or whatever, make sure, because you have to take it May 22nd at 1 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Now there is a makeup date, but that's not until June. So unless it's just, please try to take it on that date. And so if you read this already, you'd see that it's only 2 responses. I thought it was 3 because it's 45 minutes, but it's actually only 2. So that's kind of crazy. It's only 2 responses, and they're testing over, everything we've learned in chi-square and 12. So I'm sure they're going to find a way to incorporate a lot of different topics on one type of problem. You can. Oh, why don't y'all have y'all mute, and then if you have a question, you can unmute yourself at any point. So I can't tell if people are trying to ask questions or if it's just background noise. But feel free to unmute if you have a question. What was I going to say? I don't remember now. But it's 2 questions. Oh, this didn't apply to y'all. I was going to talk about the calculator. But obviously, y'all's is all calculator no matter what, even if it was normal. But if you don't have an Inspire and you want one, I think it said you shouldn't need it. It should require that. Can y'all see when I highlight or no? Yeah? Okay. I see Molly nodding. What was I going to? So it says you shouldn't need a calculator, but if for some reason you're supposed to check out an Inspire from me, which if you're a senior, we're going to need to find a way for me to get those back at the end. But if you don't have a calculator for whatever reason, even though you don't need one, if you just feel comfortable having one, because we do use it a lot in this class, so I would want you to have an Inspire. If you don't have one, let me know, and I can give you one before the test. So, and then you should have your formula chart, but then it's also open note. So we're going to talk about what your assignment is this week, is to consolidate and go through that review packet that we've just been going through and try to kind of, because it's only 45 minutes, so you're not going to have time to flip through all your chapter notes. So try to consolidate the most important stuff that you don't remember or you need a refresher on like a page or 2 pages. So any questions about the AP test and how it's going to work? We good?
So if we're not because it said we would only need like a 4-digit calculator, like a scientific calculator or whatever, are we not going to be doing like a confidence test or like things like that we usually depend on calculators?
I feel like you will, because technically I showed you all those by hand. Mm-hmm. So I think they're saying like you could do it by hand, but I would definitely have a calculator. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know how they would give y'all an AP stats test and not ask for a confidence interval or a significance test.
Okay.
So I would definitely still have a calculator, because they're saying, I think theoretically you could do everything by hand, but
So I was wondering, the way I've been typing in the answers on the free response questions on the homework, is that okay, or do we need to be doing it a certain way? Because some of the things you can't type,
Right. So I think it said that, well, I didn't see it on the stats, but I can go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it's the same for stats and calculus, that they're going to give y'all, I think, like a keyboard tutorial on how to type out certain things before the test. And I can check your free response. I'm going to talk about grading all that in a second. But what was I going to say? You should be able to type out everything you think they're going to need to grade. If you don't feel confident that you know how to type it all out, then you can always do it handwritten and send in pictures. And so that's why I think it's broken up to where it's like 25 minutes to do it and then 5 minutes to upload. So I think like within that 5-minute window, you can take pictures if you do it on paper, and like they'll have a link you email it to or something. So if you feel more confident doing that, you could always do that. But they're supposed to give us, I think, like a keyboard tutorial on how to type in everything.
When would that be?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to. So I will let you know when I know. I'm gonna write down to be on the lookout for it. We good? Okay, what's the next thing? Oh, mock test. So I have your mock scores. I'm not gonna obviously say them right now, but I'm going to actually, before I even say anything, I wanna say y'all did pretty good. We did have a 5, which is awesome, because we hadn't even finished everything, and everything was on, like it covered every topic, I think. So I have the actual data, and then I also have your booklets, which is the most important. And now we are not allowed, if you look on the booklet, it says you cannot upload this online. It's only technically for like face-to-face, but since we're not gonna be able to meet face-to-face, I do want y'all to still have your booklet. Just be aware. I am gonna say you can, because what I'm about to explain that we're gonna do with it, you might, if you didn't take it, you can send pictures to each other on your phone, but you cannot upload anything online. Okay, so the way the best way I can figure out how to do this is just deliver them to y'all. That means I'm just gonna come and put it in your mailbox. So what that means is I have whatever school address you have in Teams, but if you aren't at that school, at that address that you put as your like school home address, please send me whatever address you're going to be at. Or if you for some reason don't want me coming to your house and dropping off your test, I can meet you somewhere else. But I was planning on just putting it in the mailbox. That way we're keeping our social distancing and not breaking any rules. So if that's okay with everybody, that's the best thing, because I would hate for y'all to not even get to see your test and figure out what you did wrong and actually go through it, because then the mock test is kind of a waste. So one of my homework things this week is to get those delivered to y'all. So after this meeting, I'm gonna, on Google Classroom, I'll put a summary of everything that we talked about and what y'all need to do, but something you need to do is text me if you have a different address than the home one, or if you don't want to meet there and you want to meet somewhere else, text me and we'll figure that out. Okay. Because we are gonna next week do something with those free responses. We're not gonna really talk about the multiple choice since it's not on your test, but if you for some reason look through the multiple choice and want to talk about it, obviously we can make time to do that. Let me make sure I talked about everything that. I will give you your test booklet, and I'll give you like your score, and I think I have like the breakdown of what you made on each free response and all that. So we good there? Okay. So let me pull up the schedule that I made for the next 2 weeks and kind of run through that. That's not how you do it. Share screen. Okay. Actually, this one works. So it looks like a lot, but it's actually not going to be that much. So what we're going to start doing is watching those AP videos. And so it says 1 p.m., but technically you can watch it after, but 1 p.m. is when it goes up live. And so starting, well, today it passed. I forgot that we're meeting at 2 today, but I would go back and watch that one because this is starting review. I think they finished, I should have checked. Here, I have it right here. Let me pull it up. But I think they finished chapter 12 already. So they're starting reviewing today. Let me double check. Hold on. Someone say something interesting that's going on in your world. Oh, they actually started Friday with confidence interval for proportion. So today they're doing significance test for proportion. So I'm not going to require that you go back and watch Fridays, but if you want to actually see every review video on Friday, wait, what's today? Today's Monday, right? Yes. Yeah, I guess so. On Friday they did confidence interval for proportion, and then today they're doing significance test for proportion. So it's not really going in order from how we learned it, like chapter 1, so on. But we're just going to jump in with what they're doing. And so I'm not going to make any more videos unless like it's needed or requested, but you've heard me explain everything twice now. So I think it would be beneficial to hear someone else explain it in a different way. And these people are very knowledgeable and actually grade the test. And so if you haven't gotten anything I've said, just watching these from now until the test could bring you from like a 1 to a 5 probably, if you really watched it and took notes and did everything they asked you to do. So it's a great resource. So we're going to start using that. So you're supposed to watch that every day. And then what your kind of homework is this week is I want you to go through that review packet that we've been working on in the videos, and whatever you haven't finished, because I know there's a lot of free responses and multiple choice, whatever you haven't finished, try to go back and finish, and you can check it with the videos. And then also start working on a review sheet, because like I said, on your test, you're not going to be able to flip through all your notes in time. If you try to look through all your notes, you're going to run out of time, and that's going to be worse than like just doing it on your own and getting some stuff wrong. But if you take too long on part A and you don't even get to the part whatever, you're going to get a worse grade than you probably would without your notes. So I want y'all to make a quick review sheet over the stuff you need. So that's just you going through each chapter, writing down what you feel like is necessary that you might want to reference on your test. And that's a great way to review anyways. You probably won't even need that review sheet by the end after making it. And then you will have a quick AP classroom assignment that's going to be due at the end of the week. It's just going to be like maybe like 2 free responses, nothing crazy. It's not posted yet, but I'll post it by the end of the day. Okay, so your homework this week is that AP classroom, and then just finish that review packet and kind of condense it into like 1 or 2 pages. And then next week, so this week, what my goal is to work on grades, which I'll talk about in a second, and get those mock tests distributed. And then this next week, what we're going to do is you're still going to watch those AP videos, and there is going to be some accountability to watching those. I haven't decided how yet, but just know by the end of the week, it'll either be like a short quiz, or I might take one of their assignments that they post with their video and you have to complete it. So just don't be slacking on that, because it's going to be some type of accountability. So then the beginning of this next week, I'm going to give you Monday and Tuesday, and what you're going to do is you're going to get with a partner. So you're going to have like a couple days to let me know if you have a partner preference, if you and someone get together, and just text me. If you don't text me a partner, then I will pair people up, and I will make sure to give you each other's contact information, cell phone or email. And then you have Monday and Tuesday to get with that partner, and I'm going to assign you a free response from your mock test, and y'all are going to become kind of like the experts on that free response, and you're going to teach the class that free response. Okay, so you're going to do it over Zoom. So you can there's a whiteboard you can use on Zoom to write. Now remember, you can't upload, but everyone should have a copy of the mock test. If you didn't take the mock test, we'll talk about that in a second. But so you can reference, you can say like on number 1A, and you can work it out, but we can't like have a hard copy on the computer, if that makes sense. But you're just going to explain how to work it out for everybody. Okay. And so Monday and Tuesday, you find a time to do that and work through it. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 10 to 11, everyone's expected to join on a Zoom conference for the free response presentations. So you'll have a 30-minute window on one of these days where you present. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. I just allowed for that much time, but it can be shorter. And then the other times you need to participate and watch the presentation and take notes on how to do the free response so you can see what you did wrong on your mock test. So if that time is an issue for anyone due to jobs or whatever, just let me know. And obviously we can do some type of makeup. You have to obviously be present 30 minutes for one of them to present. And then The goal is that you're present for all the rest, but if something goes wrong, I can find a way for you to make it up. And then, of course, you're still watching those videos. But your assignment for this week is that free response presentation. There won't be an AP classroom assignment. Yeah, Molly.
So we present like what we did in front of the whole class and you to check it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So then by the end of April 17th, we work through all the free responses on the mock exam and we know how to do them and what we did wrong.
Okay.
Any questions about that? Because that is kind of, I know the logistics might seem like a struggle, but we'll figure it out. I can't see all of you right now because I'm sharing my screen. I'm going to send this out after the Zoom. I just wanted to make sure we go through it. If there's any issues or things I messed up, we could fix it before I send it out, the schedule. But I'm going to stop sharing it so I can see y'all. We good there? Any questions? Okay, well, I can't think of what else. I feel like calculus I said more. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's everything. Unless y'all have any questions. Oh, the technology needs. Obviously, you're all on Zoom right now, but if you're on Zoom on your phone, you cannot do your AP test on your phone. I don't think any of you are probably planning on doing that, but if you need a laptop or if you have Wi-Fi issues or if you need a calculator, communicate those 3 technology needs like ASAP, okay, like today. Especially the calculator I'll deliver with your mock test if you need it. Laptop or Wi-Fi, I need to communicate with the school, so. Good. I think that's everything. It just seems shorter. Okay, well, I would love to stay and chat unless you'll need to go or if you have any other thoughts. That's all I got. I just need to make sure all that was communicated. So, oh, the partner thing, if you want to figure that out now, you're welcome to chat. Y'all just know, I feel like this is directed towards Molly, but anything you privately chat, if I download the report at the end, it all shows up. So be careful what you privately chat. But you can use the private chat if you want to figure out a partner right now or get someone's contact info, like phone number or whatever. Feel free to do that. If you already know your partner and you want to communicate that now, you can, or just text me. But again, that's not till next week. But I need to go ahead and figure it out before next week. Well, that's it. Feel free to leave if you need to leave. Stay if you're there.
So you can see whatever we've sent in the chat because I've talked to 4 different people on here.
If I download the report.
I just sent Molly a message about that I just found a toenail in my hair. So
also I said poo poo pee pee to Emmy like twice.
Well, great. Now I don't need to download the chat because
yeah, there's no need to.
But you never know, I might. So I didn't know that actually till someone posted on Facebook. They were like, beware of what you put on private chat for Zoom because it can all be downloaded at the end. So I just wanted to let you know, especially for future use in other classes. I didn't want you to get yourself in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording because those people probably don't need whatever else y'all are going to say.